Hi. Yeah, I simply didn't use stratagems.
Strategy.
I need to set up this bracket so that everybody's forts are like split to opposite sides of it. Right? So like everyone should have one fort at the top and one fort at the bottom.
Okay.
Maybe just do two. And then you can just do the buttons.
Strategy. I'm not sure I follow. Can you use that word in a sentence?
Strategy. I barely know it.
I wish I could just rearrange things on here. Yeah, it moves me up there.
Apparently trying to find a good sound effect to
I couldn't quite hear.
I've got soundboard noises that I can add.
Alright, I'm just gonna shuffle seeds and start the tournament. Let's see how terrible this bracket is. I don't see anybody matched up against themselves round one, so that's pretty good. The winner of match 16 will get a round 2 bye, but nobody else will. All right. That's good enough. I am going to start the tournament. So this means our first match is my fortress Frog versus Blip's fortress Reflexive Entertainment. And toggling our YouTube stream. Let's find those two. Frog, Reflexive Entertainment, both set to CPU. Let's go.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us tonight at the inaugural Bug Wars tournament. My name is Dave the Dragonfly, and I'm joined by my co-caster. And I'm joined by my co-caster Bob the Beal. Say hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Alright, so the frogs are a serious threat to this arrangement, it seems. Yeah, actually,
No, wait, is this...
yeah, I'll stream to Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna... Ooh. Yeah, I'll,
Yes, the time your fortress is working for one.
Indeed, the frogs are proving... Indeed, there was talk about the frogs being poorly matched up in today's metagame, but it seems like they are holding their own and more.
Yeah, I guess this fortress design in particular, like with only stone walls that are reinforced, it's very easy for the frogs to just jump and immediately eat their stuff.
Yes.
First match goes to the frog. I'm just gonna mark that the tournament. And our next one is Olog's Doghouse 1 versus Sonic Group's Big O. Real quick, let me post the challenge bracket link if people want to follow the bracket on their own. Oh no, Narwhal built under budget. Sad to hear.
The Discord stream is frozen for me.
Yeah, because the window's minimized, I'm not doing anything.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Next.
I'll watch on the YouTube stream.
Hold on, Doghouse 1 versus Sonic Proof Big.
Alright.
spiders are really powerful in this version. So this is the first spiders. Let's see how it does.
Because personally, that's the metagame that I build my forts around.
Also interesting to see a sniper tower. Not many people use sniper towers.
I think we're very good when I tried using it.
Oh, unfortunate. Seems like Doghouse was too much focused on offense and could
Yes.
not withstand even the first wave of the timers.
The sniper towers are very expensive, so it's hard to use them in a...
Yeah, the sniper tower isn't really a good deal.
Yes.
Be better if it like pierced or something.
Alright, next we
It'd be
have
better in a
Narwhal's
tournament.
0 versus Kilroy's Bunker 13.
It'd be better if you had more budget.
And Kilroy requested to be on the left side of this. Whoa.
Ooh,
Two totally committed builds. We'll have to see.
I dig that. The ants have breached the fortress while the grasshoppers are not close behind. Or not far behind, rather.
Oh. Narwhal Zero has activated its rally strategy. It's do a concerted attack on this one time.
This will be a close one. Both fortresses have been breached. It will come down to who can deliver the killing blow first.
It seems that the placement of the breach is having a big effect, right? Because Zero is basically a wave behind for the
Yes.
time it takes for the hoppers to get through the wave.
It also doesn't help that hoppers just don't move that very fast compared to ants.
Ants are very fast.
There's also a lot of guns in there, so we're doing a pretty good job of killing the grasshoppers once they're inside. That will do them inwards.
Alright, Bunker 13 makes it.
You know, my design was basically entirely trying to cheese the pathfinding.
Yeah.
Seems to have worked. Okay, now we get to our first buy. So, Sonic Proof B-side gets to skip ahead to the next round. Runes the Cone also gets to. And Doghouse 2 gets a buy. Oh. Misreport that, send the buy out. Now we have Palby's Boom Base versus Narwhal's 1.
So mechanically, like how do the beetle nest work? Is it like if the beetle makes it back safely, then it gets to go again in addition to the new one?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first use of beetles that we get to see in the tournament. And 3 out of 4 beetles made it back, so the next wave we see the 5 or
7?
4 plus, yeah, 7.
I like the use of meteor towers. Those are ones that I used, or mortar towers. Those were ones that I used quite a bit in my builds to counter the swarm strategy.
Yes. Ants get very, very strongly countered, especially if you place 2 mortars next to each other. Then they both fire at the same time and instant kill if they're firing at the same spot.
Yes.
Yeah, these beetles definitely seem to be very more expensive upfront costs
Yes.
in this one. Boom Base wins that one very decisively. Too bad for Narwhal. Seems like, yeah, that $5,000 difference is
Yes.
really big. Chartouche's Balance Box versus Kilroy's Millicentepede's Folly. Just checking to make sure I have the right one, because these 2 forts are very similar looking.
This is the consequence of me falling asleep and waking up 10 minutes before the deadline.
I'm glad you made it.
I do not have high hopes.
So Balance Box is another small I'm starting to see that, especially with no mortars, the spiders are probably very effective. Yeah, I realized there may have been some confusion about the captions with the spider. So the spider attack is faster, but the DPS is the same as it was before, even a bit less. It's just that in a previous version, attacks, like the first attack was instant, and then from the the first attack requires the full charge up. And so Spider-Man's got a buff to attacks with the counterattack combined, so it's like they have a better chance of getting like even one attack before.
one.
Alright. Chartouche's balance box
Hooray.
wins this one. And now, Runes, the fuck you for it, gets a bye into the next round. We don't get to see it yet. And now we have Chartouche B's box versus my nut. Oh, two full-sized forts.
Ooh.
This one's my main build, where I just do all these.
I think it was interesting to me that we didn't see any other pure B builds. Or maybe there was like one. Because like with pure B, you don't need to have any doors or openings to your builds. So it's kind of... The last second change I made to this one was removing all of the millipedes I had in the core of the nut itself in favor of beefing up the rest of its outer defenses. I think this may be backfiring substantially for me.
I think it's just unlucky that you happen to get the
Great work. B-Box downs the nut. Let's mark this down. And our next match, Professor Lucario's Honey Trap gets a bye to the next round.
Undefeated, let's go.
And then Blimp's Spiral is up against Fertility's Sneenus. These are two exciting builds. Oh, I forgot to copy the files. For these two buzzer beater forts. Spiral versus Sneers. The classic design. Everyone loves to see it. unfortunate for Sneemus to get matched up against a fort with so many watchtowers in its first match. Hopefully it can make something of a loser's run. This is a double elimination bracket, by the way, so anything that's lost so far is just knocked into losers and will get a chance to redeem itself. Alright, next match. Spooky Fate. It's one fort gets to move on, it gets a bye. And then Paul B's Chump Check also gets a bye. We have two buys got matched up against each other, so I will give it to DNEO2. And then finally, Fertility's Mad Hops versus Professor Macario's The Swarm.
All right, so this is the one that I made in about 15 minutes this afternoon. So we'll see what happens.
Fertility wasn't operating on much more time than that, so
Cool.
this is a fair fight. To the wire.
Oh man! Oh, holy shit! I won.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't think that anyone would use frogs because I didn't think they were good. I thought they were too expensive.
They are very expensive. All right. With that, the Swarm moves on. It gets the only pass of winners round 2, but we now must move on to the losers bracket, so we'll switch the main screen to look at the bracket for a second. At this point, the bracket looks like this. We're going to get Reflexive Entertainment versus Doghouse 1. We'll get a bye. One of the buys will move on to losers round 2. Narwhal 1 will go up against Millicent Bede's Folly. Nut will get a bye. Sneemus will get a bye. Another bye will move on. And Fertility's Mad Hops will get a bye. So, first up, Reflexive Entertainment versus Doghouse 1.
Alright.
Unfortunate. It seems like Reflexive Entertainment, while a novel concept, is not entirely practical. So with that, Reflexive Entertainment is the first to be eliminated from the tournament, and Doghouse 1 moves on in losers. So now Narwhal 0 gets a bye. Bye 4 moves to the next round. Narwhal 1 versus shotgun can't spam matchup. But Narwhal 1 has Nidus.
Yes.
Pete does not. What a difference that makes.
Ooh, yep.
Now, there is a possibility here that the rally will go to a good spot. It's a very reasonable spot to rally to. And with that, Narwhal 1 sweeps it. Millicent Pete's Folly is out of the tournament.
Has 41 nests, it says.
Oh, yeah, look at that. 41 nests. That is absolutely illegal. I will eliminate Narwhal instead. I'm sorry, Narwhal. Tournament rules asked for 20 nests or fewer. Good thing we caught that here and not later on in the tournament. I did go through and check all of the entrants, like maybe an hour before tournament start, but then we had all of these last second joins and I didn't check all of them. Here we are, reopen, and by default, Millicent Pede makes it. Narwhal 1 is eliminated. Next, Nut gets a bye. Sneenus gets a bye.
Your application's minimized, just so you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just managing the bracket for a second. DNEO 1 gets a bye. And Mad Hops gets a bye. And with that, we move into round 2. Alright, let me show the stream the bracket once again. So round 2, we're going to see My Fort Frog versus Big O, Bunker 13 versus Sonic Proof's B-Side, Runes the Comb versus Old Dog's Doghouse 2, Paulby's Boom Bass versus Chartouche's Balance Box, Runes the Fuck You Fort will finally be revealed against Chartouche's Bees Box. Professor Lucario's Honey Trap will be revealed against Blip's Spiral. Spooky Fates 1 Fort Swawee will finally be revealed against Paulby's Chump Check. And then Professor Lucario's The Swarm will get a bye into round 3. Lucky goose. Okay, so first up is Frog versus Big O.
And the Frog bravely leads the charge.
Yes.
And it appears to be flanking? Question mark?
It's polite. It's going through the door.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
and
wow, just getting disintegrated by those 5 lightning turrets. That is really bad for
Well,
Frog's.
Bob, that is one cooked frog. Hope you got a good recipe for frog's legs.
Wow, I put the
Oh, there we go. It's decided to not jump, so now it's going to get some...
Nope.
Alright, but it seems the stratagem has gone off, and there are now 2 frogs attacking simultaneously. Will this change anything? Oh, it ate an expensive nest. I think that was one of the spider nests. But, I mean, the spiders are just accumulating over here. The frog fort is not long for this world. Wow, just melting under all of these. Whoa, the frog gets revenge. Eats one of the lightning turrets before the rest of its base is disintegrated. Alright, decisive victory by Big O there. Bunker 13 versus Sonic Curve's B-side. Oh, we haven't seen this one before. Exciting. It makes use of the warning sign.
Yeah, I definitely know about this.
I never found a use for those.
Yeah, I don't think there is really a use for those in this version of the game. It's a very interesting defensive whale, but its offense appears to be only lance. But Bunker 13 has no mortars. Decisive victory. Bunker 13 takes it without any, while only taking 5 points of damage.
Rune wasn't able to make it to the stream tonight.
Seems like no.
C'est tragique.
Alright, next match is Rune's The Cone versus Bulldog's Doghouse 2. This one does still have good really, nobody was brave enough to enter it air only for the side charges.
That said, it does look to be pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. Those expensive snail burrows destroyed so quickly. Oh, the cone takes it barely. Matchup is Paulby's Boom Bass versus Chartouche's Balance Box. Yes. Boom Bass versus Balance Box is a very satisfying matchup to describe.
Oh yes.
Alliterative.
Look at that, the beetles can run into the mine and drop the bomb and leave before the mine goes off.
intentional game
I
design.
hadn't noticed that. I designed the beetles to be like weird, right? So they would have strange interactions. Like that. Oh, I think actually it's looking like they're getting off unscathed, but I think that's just because they don't ever show health bars.
Do they heal when they go back to the nest?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems that that might be huge.
Yeah, so those are stoic. They don't say when they're hurt.
Stiff upper lip. Isn't that right, Bob? Yes, as a beetle myself, we never show when there are cracks in our shells.
This is scary.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm feeling justified in my skepticism for Spider-Man. Spiders are strong, but I don't think they're the strongest thing.
In my own testing, more millipede towers was worth the value of not having spiders versus just having 20 ants.
Yeah, I think I may not have quite achieved my goal of having less than the maximum number of nests viable. We'll see. We'll see how my forts perform for that. But yes, boom base, terrifying. Next up is...
I think the boom base might be the tournament favorite going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Next up is the Fuck You Fort versus Chartouche's Bees Box.
Amazing.
This is a visually stimulating matchup for sure.
Oh yes.
Very much. The main strategy of my bee box is to stall as much as possible by putting like a heap of fake nests just in the front, so all the troops are distracted while I use redstone.
So, an interesting thing that I got is that millipedes and lightning towers have different targeting modes. Right? Lightning towers will always attack a new random target. Millipedes will target a random and then stay on that target until it reaches range and dies. So you can see with larger swarms of bees, the lightning tower damages all of them but doesn't really kill them.
Depends close.
Oh, wow. That was really close. Bees Box 4, sorry, I haven't been saying the Bees Box 4 name correctly, but Bees Box 4 takes it. And our next match is between Professor Lucario's Honey Trap and Blip's Spiral.
So this is a budget version of my campaign fort, and we'll see how it goes because I know Spiral seems tough.
Yeah, Spiral.
Also, I don't actually know what sticky paper does, but I had like $20 left over, so why not?
Yeah, I don't think sticky paper is very strong. It was pretty much just like an idea I had vaguely for a thing that I put in because I wanted to have more things in it.
Makes sense. So you'll see one thing I do here a lot is combining lightning towers and mortar towers, which I think is quite strong.
Yes, they do definitely cover up each other's
Yeah.
weaknesses. You see it in my floats and in my floats. I put the 3 expensive towers.
Yeah. Honeypots are doing their job, but will it be enough?
Yeah,
Will it be
before they
enough? Yes.
hungry for the real thing.
But meanwhile, my brave troops are routing in. I have a hard time believing as well that the spiral is within the budget, but I suppose.
Yeah, it's a very imposing structure.
Yes.
Yeah, the dirt walls are really cheap.
Yeah.
Alright, the spiral takes it. Spiral is another, I think, like, favored. for-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
exactly
want to see
on
the
this.
spiral versus boombox matchup at some point.
Hopefully we'll get there. Alright, so the spiral moves on. Honey Trap moves down into loser's bracket. Our next matchup is Spooky Fates Swawee and Halby's Chunk Check. 2 forts that we haven't seen yet. There we go, that's correct. Oh no! There are no turrets with actual brains, so one ant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always enthusiasm for the basic watchtower.
Yeah.
Chump check indeed. Okay, so Chump check moves on. Swooey has to make it in the loser's bracket. And the Swarm, after having to fight Fertility's Mad Hops last time, gets a pass in this round. Losers round 2. Let's take a peek at the bracket for a second. We have Bulldog's Doghouse 1 gets a pass. I'll just give those here. Spooky Fate's Swooey is up against Narwhal 0. Honey Trap gets a bye and moves on to round 3. The Fuck You Fort is up against Millicent Pede's Folly. Chartouche's Balance Box is up against Nut. Bulldog's Doghouse 2 is up against Sneenus. Sonic Proof's B-Side is given a free ride. Frog Fortress is up against Mad Hops. Alright, so first, Swooey versus Zero. Let's see it.
Grasshopper almost got away with it.
Almost. An interesting thing, the game is not 3D. Even though it's sort of made to look like it, right? So when the Grasshopper bounces up, it does move into the range of the turret to the north, right? Its true position does move in 2D space. Which could bring it into range of things when it tries to go around the bottom, but could also bring it out of range of things when it goes over. This is something that I'll think about changing in the future, but for now, this is the easiest way to make it happen. Okay, so we holds on somehow. Yeah, another wave is just gonna go right over those walls. Wow, okay. So we is holding on, but doesn't really have much offensive structure left.
Grasshoppers are a lot stronger than I expected.
Yeah, they're good. Zero makes it.
That went on way longer than it should have.
And with that, Spooky Fate's only prospect is eliminated.
No.
Unfortunate. Next, we have Rune's The Fuck You Fort versus Millipede's Folly.
See, this is why you just submit the same fort twice, but with like one minor change, so you have twice as many chances.
Yeah, yeah. Fort has no more snails left.
Well, but those mortars sure
It's
are a
not
number.
numbers.
Yes.
And it's only defending its ants. Interesting situation.
My forts were only tested against ants, so hopefully mirror matchups should go well in my favor.
You tested your forts?
Themselves.
Oh, one fewer mortar. One ant going off on its own staggered the firing timings of the mortars. I think that had a big influence on this wave being able to get in. Really good. Cool to see. Millicent Pete makes it. The fuck you fort is out.
No. R.I.P. the fuck you fort.
It'll live on in all of our hearts, I'm sure. Next, Chartouche's balance box versus my fort nut. you have these for repair strategies, just constantly.
I feel like you have an innate advantage by knowing how the game works.
I do have this advantage.
I know how the game works.
However, I will also say that I have the disadvantage of like wanting the game to be balanced in a certain way that may not be actually how it is balanced. I'm just building all of my votes with like 10 or fewer lists.
What do you appear to be doing? Hooray!
Alright, with that, Nut is eliminated. Balance Box lives on. Next up we have Doghouse 2 versus Sneenus. Wow, decisive Sneenus victory. Alright, our next undetermined match is my Frog Fort versus Frutility's Mad Hops. Symmetrical matchup. Let's see how it goes. Oh. Honeypot has distracted their frog very effectively, while mine is getting a free lunch.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Alright,
The frog wins.
yes. We've determined the superior frog fort.
Fort, for short.
Fort.
We'll see how far it'll be able to get, though. The frog is very expensive. Alright, so this brings us to round 3. Only 4 matches and winners I will show on the stream. They are Sonic Proof's Big O versus Kilroy's Bunker 13, Rune's The Comb versus Palby's Boom Bass, Chartouche's B Box 4 versus Blip's Spiral, and Palby's Chump Check versus Professor Lucario's The Swarm.
No.
I think it's really cool that like only one person has managed to get two forts into round 3 of winners. That being Palby.
I fear that this is where the swarm gets chumped.
I'm also glad that our random seeding put Palby's 2 bases on opposite sides of the bracket. It'd be very funny to see Palby Grand Finals. Alright. So, first up is Big O versus Bunker 13. Let's see it. So those lightning towers that defended it so well against my frog aren't going to do anything this match. This was one of the big questions that I had going into this tournament, is whether specialization or generalization would prove stronger, both in offense and defense. And I think specialized offense is probably the way to go. Right? If you give their mortars and their lightning towers something to effectively shoot at all the time, then you're going to be defended against very effectively. Of course, the reason to go for generalization in your offense is hoping that they are lacking in some area, right? If they haven't built any lightning or haven't built any mortars, then maybe you can cheese them. Or being a generalized fort will allow you to more reliably cheese in that way. But right now we're seeing specialized offense do very well.
Yeah.
Alright, Bunker 13, once again, very strong showing. Next we have Rune's The Comb versus Palby's Boom Bass. Will the Comb be able to stand up to our favorite? Here.
Ooh.
Wow.
Strong start from the boom base.
Yeah. Probably a good amount of luck for them to all path in the same way. Well, no, actually, I think the reason they all path like that is probably that boom base is like offset up to the side like this, right? The fact that it's not perfectly centered means that against the 2 doors, they're always going to take the top door, or they're going to prefer the top door somewhat. I think that did come into play here. Another devastating attack from Boom Base. next matchup is Chartouche's Bees Box versus Blip's Spiral. The few bees that Blip included are now like surgically removing the honey pots. I wonder what effect this will have.
I do feel like the bees box could make a sniper tower work quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
If they can fit it into the budget, of course.
Yeah, probably.
It was pretty tight.
I don't know. These mortars feel like they're not doing much.
They protect from the back.
Yeah.
Without them, I just get everything comes to the back. I just die. I have tested this.
Yeah, okay, that is quite well placed. It's really fun to see the massive wall
like
of
a
dirt
building.
just melt.
Yeah.
Oh no, all of these bees right into the massive wall of lightning tower.
Hey, Bad Ram, what happens if you try to start a game with a fort that doesn't have any nests?
You instantly lose.
Cool.
This is like the #1 bug that people encounter in version 1 trying to start campaign. They just click on start game first. They try to take on the first base and then it just immediately kicks them out.
Dang, I would have figured it would have been ants or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like this game has a lot of bugs, mostly ants, but some beetles, grasshoppers.
But no, like before encountering any of those bugs, they encounter this one.
Oh.
Alright, so Spiral takes it. Continuing its powerful run. Now we have Chump Check versus the Swarm.
Oh boy. Yes, so you can see my basic strategy was just to spam the Brood Stratagem. And hope that I don't get overwhelmed. Which I do seem to be doing.
Yeah, one of the forts that I built but didn't end up entering with used Brood on beetles, which was
Oh, that seems good.
Because, yeah, the Brood bonus is kind of permanent with the beetles, so long as your beetles are reliably given back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the nut was probably the most interesting and strongest fort that I had, and then I had to put a frog in. Alright, Chump Check. As if there was nothing there. Moves on into
I
round
was
4.
assuming that the brood stratagem would work on diagonals, and B, I would survive long enough to use it. So
Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so now we're in losers round 3. We'll show the bracket again. Old Dog's Doghouse 1 versus Narwhal's 0. Professor Lucari's Honey Trap is up against Millicent Pede's Folly. Chartouche's Balance Box is up against Rutulity's Sneatus, and Sonic Proof's B-side is up against my Frog. First is Doghouse 1 versus 0. Oh yes, this is the one for it to use a sniper. Let's see how it does. Oh, there it goes.
Evidently not well.
I had an even more aggressive hate bait manipulation for it. I tried to use a sniper as the bait object, but I couldn't quite get it to work.
Probably because the sniper shoots so infrequently.
Yeah. The idea with the sniper is that even though it has like a lower DPS than the other towers, it is going to be firing more or less constantly, right? But even then, at the massive price point, it's not really worth it in this context. Alright, 0 takes it. Doghouse 1 is knocked out. 0 creeps along in losers. Next we have Lucario's Honey Trap versus Millipede's Folly.
Go, my beautiful bugs, go!
Like they're going to the grave in the middle there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so I think this like very clearly shows why I wasn't worried really about the spiders being overpowered.
Yeah.
Because just the same amount of money put into anthills is just better.
And it does seem like tightly packed forts are the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Millicent Pede stays in it. And now we have Balance Box versus Sneatus.
That's me.
Yay.
Meanwhile, I'm doing some Pokedex grinding.
Yeah, it'll be a while before I have 150 different types of bug in this game.
I mean, the average animal on Earth is a beetle, so...
Maybe we gotta get a thing.
Are you... Well, will you be... Are you interested in hearing my petition to add dragonflies?
I think I've heard some of your petitioning in this regard already. Oh, hey look, there's a sniper in this. I never even noticed.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
It's very on theme.
Yes.
I think dragonflies sound cool.
Yeah. What's your thought for dragonflies?
I mean...
Dragonfly, damselfly.
Yeah, these
My
are
thought
definitely
was
low
actually
names.
making them a tower instead of an attacking unit. Like a mobile melee defense tower.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to have like a sort of melee defender garrison tower similar to Kingdom Rush.
Yeah.
I quite like Kingdom Rush. Those are the best designed tower defense games.
Close ones like this.
Yeah.
Down to the wire.
Wow, balance box just barely
Whoa.
takes it. With that, Sneakus is out, but will never be forgotten. And our final round 3 match is B-Side versus Frog. How will B-Side fare against the Big Scary? So, seems the first frog is taking a path this way. Probably gonna get shut down before it reaches. Oh, yeah. Oh, the 4 lightning towers on each. That is going to be tough for the frog. Meanwhile, all of the honey has been devoured. But here you can see my repair stratagem trick of just replenishing the honey. Because like I accidentally programmed it so that honey counts as a wall. Yeah, not looking good for the frogs on this one. The concentration of lightning towers is bad for them. Oh. Okay.
Pretty close, it seems.
Yeah.
Frogport probably can't hold out against this wave. Yeah, that's it. Wow. The frog is big and scary, but it's not quite as good as 20 nests worth of ants. Alright, B-side moves on, and for all you said about my unfair advantage, knowing exactly how the game works, all of my forts are out.
I
So next we
shall eat my
have
words.
winners round 4. 2 matches. Kilroy's Bunker 13 versus Boom Base, and Blip's Spiral versus Chump Check. We're getting into some strong matchups now.
It would have been really interesting to see Boombase against I forgot what it was called, but the really big dirt one with a lot of bees, because I feel like Boombase is like the anti-ground and
Cheesebox.
Yeah. I'll open it up for grudge matches at the end, and I think so. Like after this, I am going to release a Nestphalia Champions Edition version, which, with your permission, will contain all of these forts just in the custom battle editor.
I dig it.
Awesome.
All right. So, right, our next matchup is Bunker 13 versus Boom Base. After that, there will be Blip Spiral versus Chump Check. Wave 1, Bunker 13's taken down the first door.
Similar strategies here. Very symmetrical.
I think the Beatles are gonna win.
Yeah, the ants are too scared after the outcome of Wave 1 to continue the direct frontal. So they're going to spread out now and probably get torn apart by all of these. Oof.
Well, if I had to lose, I'm glad it was with that.
Yep.
Alright. Boom Base is unstoppable. And our next matchup is Blip Spiral versus Chump Check. Let's see, are we gonna get a Paul B winner finals? Alright, so Chump Check has a lot of bees. A lot of its funds are invested in bees, and the Spiral is pretty good at shutting those down. Besides that, it just has spiders and ants, which also seem fairly well defended against. But, of course, the strategy of mass watchtowers means that it is itself very well defended.
Layer 1 of the spiral has been breached.
Yeah, and Jump Check appears undamaged. Oh wow. Spiders are flooding into the center of the spiral. They're taking out all the lightning towers. Palby is just completely undefeatable, unmatched in this tournament. So Jump Check moves on, and now we still have losers round 4. Take a look at the bracket. Runes the Comb is up against Narwhal's Zero. Sonic Proof's Big O is up against Millicent Pede's Folly. Professor Lucario's The Swarm is up against Chartouche's Balance Box. And Chartouche's Bees Box 4 is up against Sonic Proof B-Side.
There's a chance both of my forts will fight each other, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm glad that our random seeding hasn't resulted in that yet. It's a pretty lucky outcome. Okay, so first up is the Comb versus Zero.
Comb
pulls through.
The Comb wins.
Yeah. Big O versus Millicent Pede. I thought this match looked familiar, but actually no. Big O just lost to Bunker 13. A completely different fort with no similarities. Alright, so up here you can see some of the bugs have just gotten stuck. Yeah, this is a thing that happens in this version. I have already fixed it, but I didn't want to release an update like 2 days before the tournament. But yeah, this is a minor buff to frogs, because they very often get stuck like this, and probably a nerf to spiders, because what's happening here is ultimately kind of beneficial. You just get a free, infinite supply of spiderlings.
If you do nerf spiders, can it be a price nerf instead of a ability nerf?
Yeah, I'll look at a way to keep spiders interesting. I need, like, the real problem here is, again, that spiders are worse than the equivalent value in ants, and like the actual problem is that they're so comparable, right? Like, the spider should be useful in a different situation from ants. They should have less overlap. I think the way to go with spiders is probably to make them like sort of a super ant, right? So like a situation where ants would be getting countered pretty bad, the spider will be getting totally countered, but if the spider is left unchecked, then it can completely wreck your shit. Millicent Pede takes the victory. Nobody saw this coming, I'm sure. Next up we have the Swarm versus Balance Box.
No. I thought you were doing like a special effect there. Nope.
No.
Okay, note to self. Walls are important.
Yes, walls are very important.
Yes.
I'm happy about this. This is
Well, I am out of the tournament, but this is so fun to watch. I'm sticking around. Maybe I'll order a pizza.
That's good to hear. All right, Balance Box.
Visit Scenic Union City, everyone.
Yes. And B's Box is up next against Sonic Proof's B-Side. B-Side is such a cool looking fort. I really like this idea.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So many of my forts have like mirror symmetry, but rotational symmetry is nice.
I initially did both of mine
It's like
there,
there's
but I didn't realize that it flips. Out of
Is that rotational symmetry or is it diagonal mirror?
one of the two.
Nice.
looks rotational.
I think those are the same thing.
No, they're different. On the map, no, they're
Yeah, right. Because if it were diagonal mirror, then this lump would be up here.
Oh yeah.
the valley has cropped. Here they come. Too much lightning. I'm dead.
Yeah, I really want to see,
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
It's a tragedy that the Beast Box never got to face the boom bunker.
Yeah. We can run some grudge matches after the tournament's resolved.
These box only works against forts that don't have 12 lightning rod towers. But when they don't have lightning towers, it works very, very well.
Yeah. Alright, B-side moves on. I'm going to resolve losers round 5 and 6 first, because losers round 7 is the loser of semifinals versus the winner of losers round 6. So our losers round 5 is Runes the Comb versus Kilroy's Millicent Pede's Folly, and Chartouche's Balance Box versus Sonic Proof's B-side. And then the winners of each of those respectively will go up against Blip Spiral and Kilroy's Bunker 13. And then the winners of those two matches will face off for the right to enter back into the winner's bracket in grand finals. But of course they'll have to take on the loser of Boom Base versus Jump Check. Alright, so our first match is The Comb versus Millicent Pede. Two distinctly hexagonal forts here. Oh. Alright, Millicent Pede makes it through another strong showing from Millicent Pede. So that means our next match is Balance Box versus B-Side. They're very satisfying. Did this one happen before?
I don't think so.
No, the last satisfying one was Balance Box versus Boom Bass. Alright. Our Balance Box versus B-side. Here we go.
I guess I'm avenging the bees right now.
Mm-hmm. Getting blocked not by the door, but by the spider's body.
That is one of the benefits to spiders. They get in the way a lot.
One thing I did find in testing was that ants pushing back a friendly bug into a door would make the door open and let the ants through, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, that is a good interaction. Because yeah, the doors will open whenever a friendly bug is in range. If any bug is standing on the door, it can't close until it's open again. Until it's free.
It's like I couldn't reach far enough in time.
Yeah, one half of B-side is completely fallen. But it looks like Balance Box isn't going to survive long enough to get the other half. Wow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
B-side, exactly half of it surviving. Cool to see. B-side moves on, and now we have Blip's Spiral versus Millicent Pede's Folly. Wow. The ants waste no time.
The only thing ants waste is their lives.
haven't seen that wasted. Emitted in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. Go inside.
Where are they going? I guess they're really afraid of that one spot now. Alright. Spiral has been knocked out. Millicentepede's Folly is making its way to pretty late in the loser's bracket. And wow, what a loser's run. Millicentpede got knocked out in the first round, and it hasn't lost since.
Mango!
Next we have Bunker 13 versus Sonic Proof B-side. So we could see both of Kilroy's forts fight each other for the right to take on the loser of winners semifinals. Bunker 13, completely different fort versus B-side. Yeah, Bunker 13 showing not much trouble at all taking out B-side. Which means, yes, our losers round 6 or round 7 match is going to be the Kilroy internal conflict. But how about before we do that, let's resolve the Paul B versus Paul B match.
Civil War?
Yes. get our Civil War and then also our Civil War 2. So, boom bass versus chump check. The Beatles don't have momentum, but they make progress.
Most record companies in the 50s. It really does seem like the meta is Watchtower spam.
Yeah. Yeah, the slight damage increase puts their just economic value quite a bit ahead of the repeat, I think. Alright, boom bass takes it. It seems what we all suspected from the beginning is coming to pass. But
Yep.
there is still a chance because we now go back into loser's bracket.
Aren't these the
two
bases
matches.
that knocked me out in the first place? Aren't these what knocked out
Bunker 13 got hit by boom bass, and Millicent Pede at the very beginning lost a balance box. So Millicent Pede hasn't experienced Paul B yet. Anyway, we get Civil War 2, Millicent Pede versus Bunker 13. Which one do you want to be on the left?
Millicent.
Alright.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Oh. Brave ants.
Wait, is this just the same fort submitted twice?
No, it's completely different.
One of them has lightning towers and one of them doesn't.
Yeah.
You'll also notice that some of the dirt wall corners are missing on the lightning towerless fort.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're completely different.
Also, the lightning tower, the sport, has more millipede towers, I think, in the front.
Gotcha.
They're destroyed now, though, so you can't really see. I also could be wrong about that.
The main difference is that the lightning towers got switched out for millipede towers. Because my computer that I was testing this on is very slow, and as I was doing, one of the final checks, I didn't stay at the computer that time, and I went and fell asleep and woke up at about 10 minutes before the submission deadline, and I didn't have enough time to make all the changes I was going to when I switched out the lightning towers, because I expected the one without the lightning towers to do better, given the ant-based matchup.
Quite unfortunate.
As it has.
I'm not getting my full economic utilization.
Alright, Millicent Pede somehow manages to make it through anyway. And now we have losers round 8. Chump Check versus Millicent Pede. Let's see if it can avenge Bunker 13, which fell to Boom Base. Oh, that's interesting. Chump Check has no door.
It has spiders, though, which will push out the enemy troops.
Yeah.
Call that the spider walk strategy.
But you can see the ants, they're just keeping their distance now, and most of them are making it in. But yeah, just 2 mortars is enough to shut down pretty much any amount of ants.
One mortar.
The bees are overwhelming Millicent Pete's folly.
Alright, Chump Check makes it back, which
Sound the
means...
victory trumpets.
I ordered
Which means
pizza.
we now go to... Oh, can I have some?
I'll shove a slice through the screen.
Thank you. Which means we go back
just has to
to
dance.
grand finals of Boom Bass versus Chump Check once again. If Boom Bass wins, it's over, but if Chump Check wins, that's a bracket reset and we do one more match.
Now that I think about it, did you say that we're going to do like first to two?
No, not first to two. We're doing double elimination, right? That's why there's been the secondary losers bracket. That
Okay.
your first loss, you get sent
confused.
there, and then if you lose in losers bracket, then you're eliminated. And that's why we have this situation where Boom Bass and Chump Check need to fight potentially 3 times. Oh, the spiders are starting to break through. Oh, that one heroic spider stemming the tide of ants. Oh, one of the beetle nests has fallen. Check survives that last wave. Even if it has no nests left, it has spiders in the field, so it might still be able to make it. It's probably just gonna die here. Oh no, the hate has accumulated enough on the towers that the blue bugs completely ignored the last 2 nests.
This is down to the wire.
Okay, surely it can't happen again. Whoa. Oh. Okay, but most of the spiders are dead now. The same thing has happened in Boom Base's favor, where the spiders have pretty much ignored the remaining bases. At this point, it's 2 anthills and 2 beetles versus 2 anthills. Oh, but there's one stuck spider here. It's been producing spiderlings. Ah, Boom Bass just makes it, so that means Boom Bass is the winner. Congratulations! Alright, the tournament's over.
Alright.
Our grand champion has been crowned. It's Paul B, who is sound asleep as it is 3 a.m. Or later currently in the UK. guess 5 a.m. currently. But congratulations to Colby. Before anybody leaves, I need to. I will be hunting each of you down still after this, because as you've left your mark on the game by participating in this tournament, I would like each of you to just send me like a small doodle or scratch or something that will appear in the corners of the menus here, right, as graffiti.
Ooh, okay.
Kilroy, yours might already be here, but
That's
you're
not,
all...
funnily enough,
Well,
that's not actually my tag.
Yeah, you can put your actual tag here. Right, like, I hope each of you will contribute to this, and of course Paul B will also get to rename his signature unit, which in this case I think undoubtedly is the Watchtower.
Oh yes.
But yeah, now any grudge matches? I think there was one.
Can
It
you
was
can you pull up the
B4
Yeah, I wanna see-
versus
Boombase against Beesbox.
yes.
yeah. I also want to do Swarm against Beesbox.
All right. Oh, I have it muted. I'm just gonna restart. So B-Box is like well suited to distract the beetles, but it doesn't do anything to kill the beetles, which means that the beetles will scale pretty quickly, right?
Yes, it is a stalling strategy. But once the bees have eliminated the... that was a really bad rally. Once they've eliminated the lightning towers and stuff, they usually kill really quickly. They just evaporate all the nests. Looks like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, the beetles are just too good. They kill the box too quickly.
I think it's more just the large number of watchtowers still.
And the large number of watchtowers are a very effective defense. Wow. Alright, what was next?
Swarm versus B-Box.
Yes. Let's see it.
Oh, that went about as well as expected.
A lot of damage. Not a bad rally. You might actually die.
Yep. GG's.
GG.
Alright, anything two Sneen type builds in this, right? Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the fuck you. Also had a snail pushing strategy. Let's see how these do.
It's nurgatory.
What snail on snail action?
Alright.
Snictory.
Okay. Any other grudge matches, or I'll end the stream?
I have no others.
Sorry?
I have no others.
Alright. Sounds like we're good. Thank you everybody for coming out.
Good journey. Adios.
Yeah, good night.